And joining us now for more perspective on potential consequences for the House Speaker, we bring in now Mychael Schnell, congressional reporter with our partners at The Hill. So, Mychael, this breaking news now, this step, one hurdle crossed now, at least ahead of tonight's vote on this. But we know that Speaker McCarthy is at least being threatened. Isn't he in any real danger of being ousted?
Listen, Nichole, it's absolutely a possibility, right? Yesterday, we saw the first Republican, Congressman Dan Bishop, endorse the idea of having a motion to vacate against Speaker McCarthy. Now, he said he wasn't ready to actually trigger that vote and bring that motion to vacate. But it's now a real conversation within the Republican conference, within the media, within the halls of the Capitol. And I think that today's vote that just closed a few minutes ago is a good encapsulation of some of those frustrations with Speaker McCarthy. There were 29 Republicans who voted against the rule, against the measure to advance this debt limit bill, a bill that was crafted by Speaker McCarthy, that Speaker McCarthy has asked for unity on. And 29 Republicans went against him and voted against advancing it. And a number of those are likely, some of them have actually already signaled that they plan to vote against the bill when it comes to the floor for final passage later. So that's an example of some of these lawmakers frustrated with a piece of legislation that Speaker McCarthy crafted. And it's entirely possible that those frustrations could eventually bubble into a motion to vacate. Again, there's no threat right now about the possibility of one being triggered. Dan Bishop just endorsed the idea of it, but things change rapidly up here in the Capitol. And with this high stakes vote tonight, you never know what could happen afterwards.
Absolutely. Mychael, before we let you go, walk us through some of the specifics of this legislation, because Republicans really are getting at least some of their demands met.
Oh, no doubt Republicans got a number of concessions in this debt limit bill. The meat and potatoes of it is it suspends the debt limit through January 1st of 2025. On top of that, it implements some spending caps, beefs up some work requirements. It claws back $28 billion worth of unspent COVID-19 funding. And it also claws back some IRS funding that was appropriated as part of the Democrats' Inflation Reduction Act back last summer. So there were a number of what's called sweeteners, things that Republicans can tout at home, things that would make Republicans pleased about this bill. But this conservative backlash that we're seeing, it's because the legislation that was advanced just minutes ago is less aggressive in terms of spending cuts when you compare it to that bill that House Republicans passed last month. A number of conservatives are frustrated by that, and we're seeing that opposition play out on the floor right now.
But we knew going into it that both sides would be at least a little unhappy. That's certainly the way it tends to work. Mychael Schnell, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.